Hello. The employment termination letter you read now is being sent to almost 100 teachers who were recruited from overseas and brought to teach in schools here in the U.S. They were recruited mostly in the Philippines by school administration and officials in the U.S. When they were recruited, they were informed that after 3 years, they would achieve tenure status, i.e., they would become permanent lifetime faculty. And when they became permanent lifetime faculty, the school administration would apply to immigration for them to live in the U.S. permanently. Well, these teachers came, performed well, and after 3 years became tenured faculty. That is, they became permanent lifetime faculty. They applied for the school administration to sponsor them to immigration so that they could stay as permanent U.S. residents. But this did not happen. There were delays. School officials said the immigration application had to be done in small groups. Then there were further delays, etc., etc. Then they were told to be patient. The school administration was trying to get a lawyer to handle the necessary legal work. In any case, they had become tenured faculty with permanent, lifetime employment guarantee, so don't worry, be patient. The thinking and strategy in recruitment and retention of desirable employees is, if you can manage to hold on to them long enough, they will begin to put down roots locally. And once they put down roots, it is difficult for them to consider transferring. Well, once they became permanent lifetime faculty, they began to buy homes and cars, and then they brought their families over. Now they are putting down roots for sure because the school administration had assured them that they were going to sponsor them for a permanent stay in the U.S. Then suddenly, the school administration decides that they will have to close some schools because the student population in the school district has fallen over the last couple of decades, making some school buildings half empty and facilities underutilized. So the school administration says they have no choice but to terminate the teachers who will become surplus in the closing of some of the schools. Last hired, first fired. As a matter of policy, terminations have to be done on a last hired, first fired basis. These foreigners were the last hired, and therefore, they have to be the first fired.
Hi, my name is Mary Baca. My husband Joseph and I have two children, Maria and baby Victor. I am a licensed professional teacher in Baltimore, Maryland. I have been teaching in the Baltimore City public school systems for 6 years. Before coming to Baltimore, I taught in the Philippines for 15 years. We were recruited directly from the Philippines by school officials and administration officers in the year of 2005. When we were recruited, the school officials told us that after 3 years, we would become permanent teaching staff members, and then the school administration would apply for a permanent U.S. resident stay for those who wanted. But after 3 years and in many delay, the school administration did not apply for the U.S. permanent residency. They said that we would have to apply batch by batch. In all, these were about 100 of us who were brought here in batches for the Philippines over 2 years. We have been advised to go to the Philippines, but we cannot go back to the Philippines. We gave up everything to come to America. We gave up our jobs. We gave up our retirement benefits. We brought our families over here to become permanent lifetime staff here. Many of us have been teaching for 10 to 15 years already. Many of our friends have bought homes here. How are we going to pay our mortgages? There are no jobs in the Philippines for us anymore. Another big problem is our children. They have grown up in America. They are attending schools in America. All their friends are Americans. Please help us donate whatever you can for the legal work for the pension for permanent resident stay. Thank you very much.
But they can't go back to the Philippines. They gave up everything to come to the U.S. I mean everything. Their jobs, their retirement benefits, their homes. They have nothing to go back to. I mean nothing. The Philippines? Have you heard about the Philippines recently? The place was just devastated by the strongest typhoon in history, Typhoon Haiyan. We can't ask these people to go in this. We should prevent these people from becoming homeless. Let's stop this from happening. Please help. What will it take to help? These are highly qualified and highly desirable teachers that any school would want on their faculty. but any school that employs them must be able to sponsor them immediately to stay permanently in the U.S. As with all the delays, their benefit for temporary stay in the U.S. is exhausted. The cost of doing the petition for a permanent stay for such professionals, including legal work, is about $10,000 each. Unless a school has set aside a budget for such expenditure, they cannot hire these teachers. The only option open is to appeal to people like you to help with donations. Arrangements have been made for these teachers to get jobs doing private tutorial work for students who need extra professional assistance. But first, we need to get enough people to make enough donations so we can get sufficient funds to help these people. I think we can get enough people to donate to help. Please help right now. 25, 50, 100, 250 or more, whatever you can afford. Help prevent these Filipinos from being forced to return home. Join us. Together, we shall shape the future. Become a founding member. Help change the world while helping yourself in the process. Help a good cause get off the ground. What we need from you? A donation. What for? Education of the disadvantaged and disabled. What you get in return? A certificate as a founding member. Please, join us in this noble and humanitarian cause. Let us help these foreign professionals stay in the U.S. They were recruited and brought here to help our kids and to fill gaps in the national teacher staffing systems when there were not enough qualified U.S. citizens for these positions. They were encouraged to give up all their hard-earned assets, including retiring benefits accumulated over years to come to the U.S. They came because they believed that the U.S. would offer better opportunities for themselves and their families. As a group, these teachers have the highest qualifications of all the teachers. Almost all of them have master's degrees or the equivalent of master's degrees. Many of them have their doctorates. The average professional experience of these teachers is 15 to 20 years. They came and performed well as professionals, and after 3 years of service, they all became tenured. That is, now they had become permanent, lifetime faculty. Many of them bought homes here and brought their families over to settle in America. Then, after 5 to 6 years of exemplary service to America, the school administration decided that because of falling student population, they have to close some of the schools and consolidate. So some of the teachers are going to become surplus, and they are being terminated in the last hired, first fired move. The cost of retaining these professionals would be very little if we could get enough partners of goodwill to donate however much you can afford toward this humanitarian cause. For extra bonus, you would be getting a handsome return on your donations and contributions. Plans have been finalized to give these professionals employment immediately as tutors and have them qualified to stay in the U.S. once we get the necessary funding. Almost all of these professionals are from the Philippines, and there is nothing for them to go back to. Please donate whatever you can. $25, $50, $100, $250, or whatever you can. Please contribute to this humanitarian cause. Please help. Donate right now. Whatever you can, 25, 100, 1,000, whatever you can donate, but donate right now. Thank you.
Go to the website shown on the screen now and hit the donate button and make your donation. You can use your credit card or debit card. You can use PayPal or checking account. It's that simple. Please do it now. Thank you very much, and we'll keep in touch with you.